Mental Monday. Let's see. I don't. All right, there we go. All right, let's start this morning off right. I done wisened up in a meal prep, some breakfast, so cut down my prep time in half, which is beautiful. All right, if you're coming on in, welcome to the Breakfast Club, where we eat wisdom, but we also eat breakfast. All right, bone broth first thing. Let's go. Sigma, what's up, man? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro. How you doing? How you doing, man? You doing good? That's what's up. Ultima Sick Tim, what up? How you doing? Right. Are you a gangster? Nah, no gangster, bro. No need to be a gangster when you're a lion, bro. X set Aaron, what's up? How you feeling, bro? Oh yeah? You was playing Call of Duty. Which one you play? Which card do you play, bro? Black Ops. I like Black Ops too, bro. All right, so we got this breakfast prep. I prepped it yesterday to cut my prep time in half. So now all I gotta do is nuke it, and we good, baby. Are you married? That's a question. Sigma, I am married. Are you married, Sigma? That's a question. Are you married? John Brister. I'm feeling pretty good, John Brister. How you feeling? You had a girlfriend? That's cool, man. That's pretty cool, bro. You should get married to these games, bro. You can marry these games at the gym, and that's gonna be one of your best marriages, bro. What's going on, TPP? By the way, I got a basketball video coming out. I got a nice basketball video coming out. It was my friend's Christmas. What do you mean by that? It was your friend's Christmas. It was my friend's cousin. Oh, okay. It didn't work out, bro. It didn't work out. TPP, I'm doing good. Good to see you, TPP. How you been? Come on, Sigma. You can't put all that in there, bro. Come on, Sigma. Got young kiddos in here, brother. Gotta respect the youth. So listen, man, I'm gonna get into my discussion for today. This is for intellectual thinkers, and the question is how do you deal with sadness? You know what I'm saying? People usually don't want to deal with it. I am bulletproof. Got you. People usually don't want to deal with how they feel. So I kind of want to just see how the people in the world deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody got their methods to the madness, but I think it's important to have a conversation because uh, we're humans, man. We're humans. We're humans. We're humans. Humans have to be real with themselves. Y'all hit the like button for your boy. I would appreciate that, though. By the way, if you could do that, I would appreciate it. If not, it's all good in the neighborhood. Let's see. Appreciate you, TPP. Sigma Seek says I basically calm people down and stoke their hair. What do you mean, like when they're sad, Sigma? When they're sad, are you saying that? A lot of people have been asking me about sadness when I do my live streams. They've been saying, how do I feel better? How do I start feeling better? And the truth is, man, if you want to feel better, you got to go on a truth quest for yourself, man. You got to really find out what's causing you to feel sadness, right? You got to find out what's causing you to not feel alive. You know what I'm saying? You got to be honest with how you feel so that you can also get an honest answer on how to feel better. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna be real with nobody else, man, be real with yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity. It's another manic Monday, but you got an opportunity to make it a great Monday. It's all about perspective, man. You change your perspective, you could literally change your life, man. If you change your perspective, you could literally change your life. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sleep for 365 days. Did you find out why? What do you mean about that? Seek TPP. What do you mean, TPP? Remind me of what you're saying. I think I get it, but just say it again. But yeah, let me look at some of these poll votes here. Most people ignore it or you don't. Nate SoFlo, have a good day and good morning. Appreciate you. God bless you too, man. You said to seek. Um, I understand, but I don't know what you're asking me still. Scratching their hair, Sigma? That's how you make them not sad anymore? That's very interesting. Scratch their hair. I've never heard that in all of my years of life. I've never heard that one. But I know the world is a vast place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it comes to how you are feeling on a day-to-day basis, don't ignore it. There's a reason why you feel the way you feel. And I think if people really want to grow as a person, I think people have to be honest and go on a quest to find out the root cause of how they feel on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do about what, TPP? About how you feel? I mean, a lot of times people gotta ask, themselves, like, do I literally want to get better? Is that a desire of mine? If you don't want to get better, then this conversation probably not for you. You know what I mean? And that's cool. But I think people have to ask, like, do I want to get better? Do I want to grow from how I feel? Or do I just want to feel how I feel? You know what I'm saying? If you just want to feel how you feel, I get it. You're bored. Um, yeah, TBP, you could probably just listen to the convo and grow, but check that out. We got some ground bison here with some spinach, eggs, sourdough toast. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it that way. Okay, so that part is finished. Now I can make me one of these delicious smoothies. Let me end this poll here. All right, perfect. So what's the percentage? I don't. I look for the root. I ignore it. Wow. All right. All messages. All right, perfect. So yeah, that's a question that people have to ask themselves. I don't know. I just go up for gaming, or I stay here. Okay, I got you, TPP. Do you ever try to find out the root of why you feel that way? You ever try to go for the root? Like, why do I feel like this? Sometimes it could be lack of sleep too. People don't realize that, but like if you're always tired, you're not gonna feel good. If you're always tired, if you're always drained, you're not gonna feel good. Maybe getting to the root cause of your sleep, maybe getting to the root cause of your surroundings. But if people are honest with themselves, they got to get to the root cause of why they feel the way they feel so they can feel better. You sleep 9 hours? So TPP, you must feel good if you sleep 9 hours. Do you feel good, TPP? You know what I'm saying? Some people sleep 9 hours and they still tired. So it all depends, really. All right, unsweetened almond milk, keeping it consistent. We got that spinach, eggs, ground bison, sourdough toast. We're about to blend this bad boy up real quick. But yeah, it's really for people that fourth wall. What's up, brother? What's going on, my man? It's really for people that are saying, hey, kind of, but sometimes I sleep 11 and I'm still tired. But if I sleep 3, I feel like I feel like God. If you sleep 3, that's wild, bro. Less sleep makes you feel better. Wow. You may be an anomaly, TPP. You may be a real anomaly, bro. Like a literal one. Gonna blend this bad boy up. Hey, fourth wall. Do you see the poll question? I ended it because people weren't really understanding it, but maybe it's Monday. People ain't trying to think about that. You know what I mean? Element Tunes, what's up? The question was, how do you deal with sadness? But it's pretty much gone. Ah, my ears. TPP, relax, brother. Relax, TPP. The question was, how do you deal with sadness, man? Listen, it's Monday. People don't feel like getting up today. You know what I'm saying? Element, go ahead. Ask a question. You good? Ask a question. I got you. We're talking about getting to the root cause of how we feel. You just be sad. I got you. Um, it was talking about getting to the root cause of why you feel the way you feel, rather than like a lot of times we we just kind of brush it under the rug. We don't deal with it, and we carry it from relationship to relationship, thinking that the relationship that we go into is going to make us feel better, thinking that this friendship is going to make us feel better. But in reality, we're not really dealing with the root cause of why we feel the way we do. Element Tunes, I don't really know much about animating, so I'm not sure if I'm the right person for the question, but you can ask it. Maximize, what up? Listen, y'all, turn your volume down because I gotta blend this up correctly. All right. So sorry. We have to make sure the smoothie come out right, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it all chunked up. We want it nice and smooth, and we want it to look a little something like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, we were talking about getting to the root cause, man, because there's a lot of people hurting, and hurt people, and I think that if we get to the root cause of why we feel the way we feel, I think we can start healing. And if we start healing, not only will we have a better life, but we'll be more productive in life. Oh, sorry for being away for 2 weeks. You good, TPP? Welcome back, bro. I have my phone on blast at 6 a.m. with everyone else sleeping, just to be loud. I have my phone on blast. What you mean, maximize? Like you trying to disturb them on purpose? Is that what you're saying, maximize? Maximize, like I try to just disturb folk. You know what I'm saying? I just want to disturb folk. All right, so this is breakfast as we know it right here. Pretty balanced breakfast right here. Yeah, yeah. Fuel up. Gotta fuel up, baby. Exactly my heart. Of course, I'm just kidding. It would be funny. Yeah, it would be funny. You probably get kicked out though, too early though. I think most people just try to ignore it and find something fun to do. But the truth is, right? Hey, appreciate you, TPP. You take it easy. The truth is this, right? You can't really outrun how you feel. You have to deal with it. How we feel, there's a reason for how we feel. In today's world, you're just taught not to be sad, just be positive, just be happy. That's not enough. Nah, to just be happy without a reason is nonsense, bro. This is why mental health is so critical, and mental health is so, I would say it's on the rise, and not a good way, because we're taught to just sweep everything under the rug. Well, guess what? When you sweep something under the rug, it's not gone. It's still there. It's gonna peep its ugly head out at some point. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? So I understand what they're saying. Just be happy. I just don't think that it's. I don't think that it's really possible to just be happy um, without having a reason. You know, I I think they just want you to force it. And I'm saying I think we should deal with it. We should try to grow from it. You know what I mean? But that's just me though, you know what I'm saying? I can be wrong. But check the breakfast out. Sean Gaiman, what up? We breakfast in here, we ready to rock, we ready to eat. Not just regular food, but we ready to eat mental food too. Food for the mind. That's why we talking. Let me say grace. Amen. Let's go. But fourth wall, you're right about that. Um, that's what's up, Sean Gaiman. Um, Element Tunes, what's up? What's going on? So fourth wall, do you think that when people are telling you to just be happy, um, you said that's not enough. Give me your take on that. Why is that not enough? Encouraging somebody to just be happy. Why is that not enough? Go ahead, Element Tunes. Fourth wall said just go be happy is not enough. I want to hear why. What do you think of because I want to do it? Element Tunes, I don't understand the question. Can you rewrite the question? It's just not that easy. You're going to have your seasons. You're right about that. You're going to have your seasons. You're right about that. I guess it's more so if you're going through the same season all the time. Element Tunes, I'm not an animator though, bro. So I'm not sure I can answer your question. Maximize says, I can agree with that, Maximize. That's a great point. That's a great point. Um, I think it's more so if you're going through the same thing over and over and over again all the time. I think that's something to look into. There's something happening where you feel that way all the time. You know what I'm saying? This light is way too bright. Hold on. I gotta bring it down some. Some people go through stuff, some hard stuff, and Jamie Sandler. So people go through some crazy things and tell him to smile, and it's like a slap in the face. True, true. It could be. It's like a slap in the face, right? But also, there's another way to look at it, though. Fourth wall. What if they're just telling you to count your blessings, but they just don't know how to say it right? You know what I'm saying? What if they're saying, hey, just be thankful that you're alive, be thankful that you can work out still, you know? Well, Element Tunes, you got to keep going, bro. Keep doing your research, and you can't quit because you're not good at something. You got to keep going if it's something you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I do think there's times where you can only look at your problems and not count your blessings too. Like a lot of people hate the house that they live in, not realizing that they're blessed that they have a house. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple ways you could look at it. You know, um, you definitely got to count your blessings. If not, you'll spend too much time being sad, and then you won't be living life. You know what I'm saying? if you don't know what to say, then it's probably better if you mind your business with all due respect. Um, that's true. Before all, you know the problem then? Then people would say, no one cares about me. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some people say that no one cares about me because everyone's minding their business. You know what I'm saying? So then you got that aspect too, where, but how do I learn to do the thing I want to do? And it's hard to remember. Element tunes, only you can answer that. You have to uh, find out how to get help. Maybe you need coaching on it. Maybe find someone who's like an animation coach and lock in. Do you think of Kuwait? Um, I don't speak, excuse me, I don't speak Arabic. But shout out to Kuwait though. Yeah, like if people didn't actively care, appreciate you, Element Tunes. The Element Tunes, you might just need a coach to help you. And before you know it, you're going to come back and be like, bro, I'm getting better at editing, man. You're right about that too, Fourth Wall. I think when it comes to that, I think you have to build healthy relationships so that you know the other person's motive, so that when they're talking to you, even when you're having a bad day, you know that they care about you for real. So they're not trying to hurt you. I think that comes down to trust. You got an Element Tunes, go get them. You know what I mean? But this is the thing, though, Fourth Wall. The only person dealing with your pain is you and me. So there's no promise or guarantee that people are going to care what we're going through. There's no promise or guarantee that anybody cares. But I think when people like you help me to try more, your Element Tunes, you can't give up. You got to keep going and you got to keep growing, Element Tunes. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the sub, man, but you got to keep going. Let's go. Um, there's no guarantee that people are going to care about what you go through, but you have to find your tribe. Fourth Wall. If you got people that actually care about you, make sure that you care about them back. Make sure you care about them back so they feel valued and they want to stick around in life. Because if someone's showing you love and care and you're not showing them value, they're not going to stick around. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other element to it. Get to it, Element Tunes. Fourth Wall, they do that, man. Family members do that too, though. Family members get a new relationship and they hop off too. But this is the thing, right? There has to be somebody that's gonna keep it real regardless. It's rare, but there are people that actually care about others. But when you get them, you got to hold on to them, right? Because they're not a dime a dozen. They rare. If you find a friend that really cares about you, for real, make sure you appreciate that person or those people because nobody owes anybody anything. And if they're really showing you love and care, make sure you're appreciating that, man. Don't appreciate it when it's gone. Appreciate it right now. I'm just chilling, paying attention because I don't know what to do in this live. Maximize, you can join the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about relationships. You might be a little too young for what we're talking about, but you deal with relationships too. You deal with sadness from relationships. So we're just talking about how to grow as a person because no matter how old you are, you all have relationship situations, family, friends, school, etc. But the people that really value you, you got to make sure you show them love back, man. Don't think that they know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got you, Element Tunes. Appreciate you. Fourth Wall says, I'm just saying, if somebody's sad, Fourth Wall, you might be right. You may be right. I mean, I would say this, right? Um, just be happy. Could you transform what people say? Maybe what people say they mean something different sometimes. Could just be happy also translate to count your blessings? You got to remember when you're sad, you're gonna hear everything negatively anyways. So if you're a person that's sad all the time, I could say, man, have a great day. You're gonna be like, have a great day. Does this person know what I'm going through? And it's like, bro, all I did was say have a great day. Like, but if you're already upset, you're already sad, you're already offended, you're gonna take it how you want to take it anyway. And that's real rap. So when a person tells another person something, they can't control how they get it. Hi Wilson, love and laugh to everyone. Hey, appreciate you, Sharon. How you doing? Shout out to Australia, Sharon. Thank you. I know when I used to be, yeah, but if someone's going through a lot, simply just tell him to be happy is not going to be enough. So fourth wall, what would be enough? Jazz, what's going on, Jazz? Fourth wall, what would be enough? Like, what would be enough if a person's going through something? Like, what would be enough to make them happy? From your opinion, that is, what would be enough? Because hey, if you can, I'm gonna make a video of you, a video for you, for people to sub to you. Go ahead, Element Tunes, do your thing, bro. Let it be one of your projects, brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fourth wall. If a person is already going through something, I think that no matter what you tell them, if they want to be sad, like if they want to be upset, they may just take what you're saying wrong. Um, some people, when they're sad or mad, they don't even take compliments. They're like, "Why are you telling me I look pretty today? Don't tell me I look pretty. I want to be mad." A squeeze, hug, and spending time to listen to actually hear what they're saying. I agree with that, Sharon. Showing love and care. You know what I'm saying? Like the old school used to say it. Love is what it does. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. I think listening and hearing or spending quality time, love is like a superpower, because you can really help people by doing that. I think I don't know how it is everywhere else, but I think over where we live, in the states, I think everyone is going at such a fast pace, so people don't slow down to actually like show love to each other. You know, but the positive part of that is you can find your tribe. You can find the people that actually want to see you succeed. Okay, Maximize says if someone's going through something, it's not like you would know what would be enough for that person. There you go. Some people could just take a hug or compliment. Some people need deep talk. Maximize, you talking straight facts this morning, bro. Or you talking straight facts though, Maximize. You maximize your characters, bro. Appreciate you. A hug can bring down blood pressure and it feels good. That's right, Sharon. Everybody wants to know that they're cared about. Is there anybody in the chat that doesn't want to be cared about? Every single person on the planet wants to know that somebody cares about them. If people were honest with themselves, they wouldn't really care, or they wouldn't really care how much a person knows. They would want to know how much a person cares. And that's real rap. If we were honest with ourselves, we wouldn't care how much a person knows. That's just like that's just like superficial. But to know how much somebody cares, that's huge, man. Jonathan, man, what's going on, my brother? Jonathan, we just rapping about how to feel better as a person, mentally, physically. Do you know that when you hug someone, your heart meets in the middle, and that is true feeling? I never heard of it, but I believe you, Sharon. I never heard of it, but I believe it. Um, I learned that at a convention a long time ago. That people don't care how much you know; they want to know how much you care. Like if you had a person in your life that really cared about you, you wouldn't really care that they knew this or they knew this math problem or they knew this geographical fact. You would care, or you would want to know how much they care about you, because when people care about you, it's like a charge. It makes you feel charged up. You know what I'm saying? You feel supported. You feel like your dreams and your goals are reachable because you got somebody backing you, supporting you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a person that feels down all the time, you have to be open to people that really have a heart to see you do well or to see you do better. You can't close off to everybody, because then you also close off to potential. You know what I'm saying? What about if you're going through something, may not have all the details, but they just say smile and be happy? Just got done taking the trash down? What do you mean, Jazz? You got done taking the trash down? What about if you're going through something, may not have all the details, you say, fourth wall. I think we might be obsessing with them saying just be happy and smile. Like if they don't know all the details, maybe you should just you take the meat and leave the bone. When they say just be happy in your mind, say, you know what, there are some things that I could be thankful for, and move on. But I wouldn't over obsess about what anybody says, because people talk. You know what I'm saying? If they're saying just be happy, they just talking, man. Salute them and tell them to have a nice day. But I wouldn't over obsess about it. I would just say, hey, people talk, it's all good. But I would also turn it into a positive though. It gets annoying. I'm sure it does, but turn it into a positive. Oh, you took the trash down? So Jazz, are you saying you got a stairmaster workout when you got to take the trash out? Um, yeah, fourth wall. If they're saying it all the time, then just tell them that you don't want them to say it no more. But I've heard you mention that before, so address it or not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe address it, but move on. Of course. I mean, basically, yes. Hey, Jazz, workout completed for the day. I was hooping yesterday, Jazz. Let me see if I got a green screen picture because I got a video coming out, but I got to narrate it first. I got to do a voiceover. But this is your boy. Oh man, the picture's not in the thing. I can't even show it. I can't even show the picture because it's long. It's long. But don't worry, the video coming soon. All right, let me get to these comments. And my son was waiting for me in the bushes and scared. He scared you? Yeah. Kids are fun, man. What can you say? You know, they can give you a heart attack in a good way and also in a fun way. I wish I had the actual picture to show you. Let me see if it's on my tablet. Oh no, no, no more Dunkin'. Dunkin' days are over. How the hooping go? Hooping was fun, man. I got a video coming up. It's gonna be a funny narration voiceover video. Um, so for people that don't know, a couple years ago, I had a bad injury. From not from lifting weights, from playing sports, and man, it was crazy. It was crazy how having an injury will really mess with your mental. Like when you get injured and you're used to being like good at something, or man, you just it does something to your mental. But you know what I learned, man? I learned a lot about giving yourself grace. Like you can't think of what did I do wrong, how should I did it differently. If you know you need to do something differently, then that's cool. Like warm up, stretching, et cetera. But you can't be so hard on yourself because guess what? Now you got to recover. Let me see if I can give y'all a sneak peek of this video. He said, "Did I scare you?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, son. I just jumped out of my shoe." Yeah, right. Did I scare you? What a question. Let me see if let me see if I got a couple clips for y'all for the basketball game. Let me see right here. G. I got a couple clips coming up right here. Let's see. See if y'all can see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Young Buck talking. Young Buck was talking crazy. I had to show him. Listen, if you're gonna run up, make sure you run up properly. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can fast forward to some parts where. All right, here we go. Sneak peek on the video coming up. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in shape for when these young cats run up talking crazy. You know what I mean? Triple threat, pull up, cash. That's how you do it. This is gonna be my narration video, man. Y'all look for the video coming out. You know what I mean? Look. Oh yeah. Rock 'em to sleep. Lay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Y'all see it. Hand down, man down. That's a little sneak peek, man. I can't show y'all everything. Because then y'all ain't gonna watch the video. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We get busy too. Yeah, they say it was lucky, but I mean if you keep hitting, after a while it's not luck. You know what I'm saying? Man, Hey Jazz, let me ask you a question. I never heard you answer anything like this. So I'm gonna ask you, how do you deal with sadness? Let's learn from Jazz. Maybe Jazz got has an element that we don't know about. Jazz, how do you deal with sadness? Do you kind of just sweep it and move on, or do you try to get to the root of sadness? Or is it too early on a Monday to think about that? It could be that too. You never know, man. She bought a Let's Go, Let's Grow shirt. She was flexing in it. So you never know what she might know. That's another thing about community. Like you're able to learn from different people all over the world that have different experiences than you do. And you have to be open to things that are healthy. You know what I mean? I think Jazz was like, man, I'm out. I don't want to talk about this. This is Monday. I'm just waking up. Nah, for real. I just think that what you guys are saying makes a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe she bounced. She might have bounced, y'all. Oh, she's still here. Alessandra Fitness Channel. How you doing? We doing good. How you doing? Good morning to you. Well, I have a bad habit of just getting busy and not wanting to think about it. Staying busy makes it leave my mind. Got you, got you. We were actually talking about that too, Jazz. How some parts of stress and anxiety comes from not really getting to the root of it. So like it's almost like you sweep it under the rug, and then a month later it pops back up, or 6 months, 3 months, whatever. And I think it's hard to deal with your problems head on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's nice, Alessandra. Nice run to kickstart your morning. I love it. Um, but we're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. So it's almost like let's use fitness for an example, right? If you know you need to lift, if you know you need to do cardio, right? It's almost like getting busy and not thinking about doing the lifting or the cardio, and then thinking that it's gonna go away. It ain't gonna go away. Like you still gotta lift, you still gotta do your cardio, you still gotta take care of your body, right? So it's the same thing with your mental health. Like if you have situations, um, I'm not saying you gotta figure it out in one day, but what I am saying is you have to find out the root so that you can become healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, right? If you want a strong body, right, you also want a strong mind so that you could be whole, right? Without it, what happens is we start becoming a cycle. Things happen, we kick it, we get back to it when we get ready, we get busy doing this. And then what happens is you have a whole bunch of people living on edge rather than living in love, joy, peace, etc. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but I'll listen. I'll listen to anybody's objection. Getting through the things you want to get around. Sure, sure. Yeah, I 100% agree. I feel like once you occupy both your mind and body, you'll find yourself to be a lot more happy. There you go, Alessandra. Mind body connection is everything. If you can find the balance of the two, that'll make you whole, right? I used to be a person that only cared about lifting weights, only cared about physical, physical, physical. And then what happens makes sense, man. That's why I'm living on the edge. You funny. You are, man. Why you on the edge, man? Make yourself a smoothie, man. You know what I mean? Um, but when you have that connection with both, um, like I said, I was a person that only cared about lifting, getting stronger, etc. Gains, right? But then what I noticed is when I got to my peak of fitness, my mental health was not where it needed to be. Um, I had big biceps, but uh, uh, I didn't have a big mind, right? I was smart, but I wasn't living my potential because I just swept stuff under the rug, or I did things to just make me feel better, but it didn't make me better as a person. So I just flipped the script. I said, you know what? I'm gonna start giving as much time to my mental health as I do my physical, so that I could be whole. And guess what? You'll be more happy. Like Alessandra said, you'll feel better. You'll be more confident because you're putting in the work for the whole person. And that's what the whole man speaks is all about, y'all. Being whole within yourself, not being whole for somebody else, but being the best version of yourself, not for anybody else. Unless you marry, you want to be your best for them too. But being the best version of yourself, that's the goal. And I feel like if we balance the same amount of time that we put into our bodies, into our minds, I believe that we will achieve wholeness. And that's what it's all about. Mind over matter. It can be mind over matter, or it can be make your mind matter. You know what I'm saying? Make the things of the mind matter, right? You know what I used to do when I would be sad, man? I would just get some caffeine, and caffeine would hype me up, and I would be like, oh man, life is good. I got caffeine, man, I'm good. But when you come down off the caffeine, you need some more caffeine. Jazz says, in reality, though, I pray and I give it to God. Then I trust Him to lead me. Then I get busy and forget about it. Hey, Jazz, listen, I like that too. I like that. I like that. Alessandra says, I was in the same boat 7 years ago before I started working out. I used to be quite overweight, 278. After 7 years of consistency, I'm now 124. Wow, that's crazy. You're a lot happier with life. Yes, you accomplished your goal. You had a goal, you set it out, and you knocked it out. Everybody's journey is different, right? But I feel like if people are honest with themselves, everybody is seeking the same thing. They want balance. They want physical health. They want mental health. They want spiritual health. It's real rap. We have a lot of distractions to distract us from those things. But in reality, we all seek to be balanced and to be whole. It's real rap. Listen, I already drink my smoothie, boy. Mama's one step ahead. Okay, do your thing then. Let me catch up. Let's go. Listen, I even got my hair. Okay, look, you win. How about that? You win or you won. That's right, Alessandra. Trying to make it to the finish line. That's a fact. Listen, Jazz, Alessandra, Fourth Wall, everybody in here. Maximize. I appreciate you. Jonathan, if I missed you, it's because I don't see you on this thing right here. But I appreciate all you. Sharon, Herbert, Seek, Sean Gaiman, TPP, all y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Sigma, I appreciate you. I'm being unhealthy about to munch on spicy chips and y'all over there getting it right. Listen, you'll get to the point where you want to do things differently. You may not be there yet, but that's okay. The world still needs your journey because somebody else is gonna be able to learn from your journey. So listen, I gotta get going. We almost at a appreciate you, Jazz. I'm gonna do a fun narration. I was looking at your channel. I'm in love with your model. Take off the old man, put on the let's go. Take off the old man, put on the whole man. Let's go. That's what it's about. So listen, man, I appreciate you subbing. I appreciate you liking the content. If you need some inspiration, check out my last video called It's a Setup, man. If things are going wrong in your life and you're trying to get better, It's a setup, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to see you on the next one. But remember this, no matter what you're going through today, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, let's go, let's grow. Let's go, baby. Listen, you guys have a beautiful day. Much love from the whole man. I'll see you on the next one. Check out the video. Salute.